Alabama just wrapped up their second scrimmage of spring practice. And I'm telling you right now, there are some dogs emerging, but there are also some concerns that fans are not going to want to hear. Justin right here from the Bama Standard Network. Before we get rolling, go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, get in the comment section below, hit me with a roll tide, and give me your honest thoughts. But before we get rolling, this video is brought to you by our newest sponsor, Prize Picks, America's #1 sports application. Prize Picks is a daily fantasy sports platform distinctly separate from sports betting. And it's real easy to use, folks. Pick more or less on a few players' stats to create a lineup. Player picks, pick stats for individual players, points, yards, strikeouts, etc. Team picks, pick the winner, spread, and total on any major game. Sign up for Prize Picks with the code HMA and get $50 at lineups instantly when you play your first $5 plus lineup. The link is just below. Visit it today after the video. Let's get right to it, folks. Today's scrimmage featured the next level of the offensive install, and yeah, you could tell. Because at times, the offense, especially the offensive line and quarterbacks, were not in sync like you want to see. But not completely bad, though, folks. Hold on. There were still some major flashes.
And here we go.
Let's start with the quarterbacks. Yeah, I know what you want to hear, so let's dive in. Keelon Russell and Austin Mack both made plays, but right now, Keelon Russell looks like the front runner. He's taking command of the offense. You can even see it in the huddle, folks. You feel that energy. And he connected on a touchdown to Noah Rodgers. And we'll talk a little bit about him later on. Now, Austin Mack, don't count him out. He dropped a beautiful deep ball to Lotzeir Brooks, who we'll also talk a little bit about later. The battle is far from over. Didn't say a lot about the quarterbacks, but listen, there's some great stuff I need to drop about other position groups. Tight ends are showing out, folks. This group is turning heads. Marshall Pritchett, my favorite guy, is becoming a problem. He's doing the little things right, blocking in space, playing with a different mindset. Honestly, we haven't seen that from a young tight end since Hale Hintages. And then there's Josh Ford. You've heard his name mentioned a lot throughout spring practice, and with good reason. Yeah, he can catch. He's got good hands, but was really getting the eye of the coaches. He's a bully. He was a bully out there today. I'm talking about punishing defenders, setting the tone. Even Bray Hubbard shouted him out today. That's the kind of physicality that Alabama needs. Hold on to your seats, folks. The running back room is heating up. Yeah. This might be the most interesting group right now. All eyes are on them. The magnifying glass is very intense. E.J. Crowell didn't go today. Let me start out with that. But the ones who were active were active. Kevin Riley, yeah, he's explosive. He made plays. But the star of the day, freshman Trae'shawn Brown. Let me say that again. Trae'shawn Brown stole the show. Great instincts, vision, runs through contact. And no matter who was in front of him, he brought it. You know who he reminds me of? Josh Jacobs. I probably just broke the internet with that right there. I'm not saying that he is at that level right now, but man, there's a lot of similarities. Same edge, same chip on his shoulder. And don't forget A.K. Deer. He's showing he can be a weapon in the passing game. That versatility, that's dangerous. SEC, beware. Let's move on to the wide receivers. Last scrimmage, it was Ryan Williams. We all saw the leaked footage. This time, though, Noah Rodgers, another one of my guys. I mean, telling y'all, I need y'all to start listening to your boy right here. Noah Rodgers, folks, big plays, moving the change, clutch moments. When the offense needed something, he was that guy. And don't forget about Lotzeir Brooks. Honestly, he's still in midseason form. I don't think he ever took a break. He's a playmaker, period. Showed that today. Had a nice explosive play from Austin Mack. Great connection there. This receiver room is something special.
Time for just one more thing.
Now let's flip it, because the defense that made life difficult, Desmond Umeozulu. Remember that name.
What?
Or you can call him Des Zulu, whatever's easy for you guys. Either way, you're going to be calling his name. He was an absolute nightmare. Sacks, pressure, disruption all day. He took full advantage of the offense being out of sync. Then you've got Caleb Woodson. We've talked about him pretty much daily. Each week the spring practice has been going on. He's flying around. He's leading the defense. He's already got it all together. Oh, and let's not forget about the young man. Jordan Edmonds had him a pick 6 today. Go on, young man. Edmonds continues to flash, and this is big for an already loaded secondary. So here's the reality. There's talent all over this roster. But the offense, still a work in progress. Timing, chemistry, execution, especially up front, has to improve. I fully believe it's going to. If these young playmakers keep developing, this team could look very different by the time fall rolls around. I want to hear from you. Who stood out the most to you? Should Keelon Russell be considered QB1 right now? Or is it too early to tell? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because this is the Bama Standard, and we're just getting started. Roll Tide.